Welcome back. This is CSP Fozzie here with CSP Rise. We're bringing you our next match between the Godfathers, who include among their members the people that came in first in the New Eden Open, and Urine Alliance, Kings of Losec, who have brought Sukavesta herons just for the style points. So that's a special variation of the heron that we give out to special packages. It's exactly the same as the normal heron, except it looks better. It's the same number of points, it's just more expensive, and basically they just brought it for the pimp factor, I think.
Cool.
So props to them.
This is going to be a fast match. We have very aggressive teams on both sides. Vindicator, Navy Brutixes, Ishkers, Vexer on the Urine side, and Slipners, Fleet Hurricanes, Sabres, and Bombers for Godfather. So this is going to be pretty awesome. I think the biggest standout difference in the way these actually match up is the logistics ship. I imagine they will just ignore it and try to burn through on those Brutixes, but that is definitely the biggest difference between the two compositions other than the Bombers, I guess. So
we are going to see probably more damps from Urine Alliance, because those herons are the same as a normal heron in that they have lots of mid-slots, so you can use them for, as we see the damps already being applied to Sleipners and Hurricane Fleet issues.
But that just delays the inevitable, like,
not
just
as
a little bit.
when the other team doesn't have a Logi, which is what you'd often use them against. But yeah, we're seeing, they looks like they are going for the Aneros. Damage being applied to the Aneros. So Grar Dex, known for being very mad all the time, is going to die probably. Oh no, he's tanking. So if he does go down, then I'm sure the rage will be amazing. But I'm sure actually it won't be the end of the world for Urine Alliance. They've got a ton of damage, and they're burning through this Hurricane Fleet issue fairly effectively.
That was really interesting, actually. They had a scram on him. He was caught. And he's still taking damage and has a painter on him, but the scram dropped and the DPS dropped for a minute. I wonder why that is. I wonder if he was able to, like, skate out of range, or if they decided to switch targets. It looks like they're still working on him.
They are shield tanked, so yeah, going into armor, he's dropping fast.
Wow.
Oh, very
Hurricane
good. Good
down.
first blood for Urine Alliance.
Hurricane down, Heron down. Little support fight probably going on. Sabres picking off those damp chips.
Killing the damp chips is going to help. It's not a huge deal, though. The big thing is the Ishkers, if they can get those hounds, because that'll reduce a lot of DPS. So Urine's Neros is hitting into armor. He's ASB tanked. He's dropping fast. Oh, into structure. And it looks, there he goes.
Down.
So that's no Logi left for Urine Alliance. The Brutix Navy issue is coming up next for Laconis Trassler. Short-time former CSM member is taking some damage.
Can you scroll out on this one? I thought that was really interesting. You're looking right now at a Brutix Navy issue, and just before that you're looking at a Vindicator, and they're very far away. I would have expected like a ball of ships fighting in this match, but
no, these guys are actually spread out and brawling around. Yeah,
they've gone away from the center of the arena and spread out quite a lot. So that's very interesting. Maybe that's just from chasing the Oneros that Urine Alliance got one, that first Hurricane tackled, and then they chased the Oneros away and ended up way split up. But that's why there's the pause and damage here for a minute.
Both teams fairly fast. Definitely the Godfathers team is the faster of the two. Sleipnir's and Hurricane Fleet issues shield fit compared to what's probably going to be plated, Brutix Navy issues and Vindicators. But both teams can jet around pretty effectively.
That's true. You don't really see speeds going up much past 1K for the Urine Alliance team, whereas Godfathers, you see there like that Hurricane going 1500. So they definitely have the mobility advantage, but ultimately they do need to get close.
Now we are seeing a hound dropping for Godfathers. Killing off these hounds is going to be pretty valuable. They're very, very weak ships when it comes to defenses. They go down fast if you get on top of them, but they do a lot of damage and do it at long ranges. So they're going to be a very big part of this fight as long as they're alive.
Brutix going down. Looks like Godfathers might be turning this one. They, of course, had the first loss, but with that Brutix down, that's a huge chunk of their damage. They've already got a web on a second Brutix. And the primary for Urine Alliance is going to be that Slipner on the Godfather side.
And he's going to have an ASB, I'm sure. Well. So let's take a look at how well he's tanking. But he's just going to have a huge amount of damage applied to him. But
he's deep structure there.
He's down.
But at the same time, a second Brutix about to drop for Urine Alliance.
Yeah, this, like you said, this is a very head smashy fight, as you mentioned before the match. These guys are just running right into each other and doing tons of damage. It's a very exciting kind of match to watch, because it really, at this point, it could go either way. I can't tell you for sure who's going to win this. Hurricane Fleet issue of C. Luigi going down next. Again, these are shield tanked Hurricane Fleet issues. So for the Brutix Navy and the Vindicators, when they lose their shields, not a big deal. For these Hurricanes, though, it's a pretty big deal when they lose their shields.
And a Vexer going to go down for Urine Alliance, like we talked about earlier. Vexer, another place with a whole bunch of damage potential. He's dropped. So now it's only 2 ships left for Urine Alliance, and it looks like Godfather's got this like easily in hand. And I feel like the Sabres and Hounds really did a lot of work here.
Yeah, it's Hurricane Fleet is about to go down, though. So they still have the Hounds. The Brutix Navy issue is going to go down. But if they can take that, like if this Hurricane Fleet issue can drop faster, then Urine might still be able to take this.
Sure.
Because it is going to have less buffer. This Brutix Navy is probably 1600 plated. Oh yeah, that's not going to be enough though.
Yeah, they're going to kill him. I think you're right. If he would have been able to stay up,
because I
he's
like
nice.
Vindicator versus Sleipnir. I love Vindicator, but then the Hounds turn it.
And the Brutix is actually really good against the Frigs because of the tracking bonus. I mean, he kind of just makes it so the Sabres have to stay away from the fight. But same with the web on the Vindicator. But it looks like, yeah, the Brutix Navy is down, leaving just that Hurricane still a little bit of shield left.
Hurricane, he's not webbed right now, so if I was him, I'd just run away right now.
It doesn't. I'm trying to figure out where he's at.
So Hurricane.
No, he's just pointed right at the Vindicator. I agree with you. That's
I
definitely
just pull some
wasteful.
range, get barrage fitted, snipe a little bit. He's just run top. Do you know what? He just doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be
they're
okay.
Just gonna kill
but
the Vindy.
This is close enough that I don't think that's a good call. Like they should have had him burning away, let the Sleipnir finish off the Brutix, which has no way to sustain anyway, and it would have been a lot safer. And he does go down, so now we do have Vindy with like 65% armor against the rest of this squad.
You know what I'd do in this case? I'd pull the Sleipnir away and just finish this dude off with the bombers.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I mean, well, like they're still going to take
fine,
it.
like it's safe enough,
fine,
but yes.
Just to be safe, in case, like if they were to say have the Sleipnir disconnect, then bad things could happen.
Vindy's able to kill a Sabre there. That Sabre wasn't dead before.
The Sabres are right in on top of them though, so they're going to get webbed and go down fast. But the Vindy isn't a structure. So they, again, two very exciting, fun setups. I'm sure these were a blast to fly. Godfathers, moving on, they're a team that a lot of people are expecting to do well. Urine Alliance, I'm not sure people were kind of back and forth about how good they're doing, but this is a pretty solid setup.
Yeah, nice job, both teams. I'm sure that was a crazy match to actually fly in. Hey, I wanted to say, by the way, if you guys are having trouble with Twitch, it's Twitch, not us. It's those other stupid League of Legends types games that are ruining everything, I think. So sorry about that, but we'll be back in a couple minutes with Solar Fleet versus Hydra Reloaded.
What's another big one?